Hi and hello guys. Today in this video, I'll show you all as to how we can set up the Windows subsystem for Linux with the graphical user interface or the desktop environment. So without any further delay, let us get started. Okay, so I have already prepared a document, or in fact I have modified the source document with some additional piece of information. So as you can see over here, you have choices for the graphical user interface. Either you can go with the cinnamon flavored desktop environment or the XFCE4 one. Okay, it's absolutely your choice. Please choose the one that you feel comfortable with. Okay, so the first step is to enable the Windows subsystem for Linux feature. So click on the search bar. Okay, so depending upon the operating system, the location of the search bar will differ. So click on the search icon or the search bar on your PC and then type feature. So immediately you should get a prompt in the column over here giving you an option which says turn Windows features on or off. Click on that. Keep scrolling down until you get to an option that says Windows subsystem for Linux. If it is not already enabled, please do enable it. Okay. So after enabling this, click on OK and then restart your PC. Let's proceed further. Now open up PowerShell. And in the PowerShell, type WSL space _ status. So this will give you the version of the WSL on your PC. Say in case if you don't have the version 2 over here, you need to enable or set the WSL to version 2. In order to do that, run all these commands that I have given here. Okay, so once the first command is executed successfully, copy and paste the second command. So as I mentioned earlier, you should have the WSL set to version 2. So first check on the status as I mentioned previously, and say if you have the version 1, then run this command over here, copy and paste it and then enter. Okay, so this does not make any difference even if you have already set it to version 2. It does no harm. Okay, so then we come to the Linux installation part. Copy that, paste it into the PowerShell and then press enter. Okay, so this will take quite a while. You can take a mini break, have some coffee, tea, or beer, or then come back again to check on the status. Okay, so immediately after the successful installation of Ubuntu, you should get a new pop-up window or a terminal. In the terminal, just follow the directions and give a username for your Ubuntu machine. And then the password. Okay, so once you have the Ubuntu machine configured, you can close the PowerShell. Now the rest of the commands are to be entered in the Ubuntu terminal. So as I mentioned earlier, you can choose between either of the two available GUIs. So there are other desktop versions or GUI versions that you can probably use, but in my tests I found the Cinnamon and the XFCE4 to work much better than the rest. Okay, so you can choose the preferable desktop environment or the GUI and then follow the instructions. So in this case, I'll be installing the XFCE4 version. Okay, so once the system has been updated and upgraded, execute the next command. So this command is just to remove any pre-existing versions of XRDP. Now you need to install XRDP. Okay, so once the XRDP is installed, then you need to install the actual graphical user interface or the desktop environments. Just copy these commands and then run them in the terminal. Okay, during the course of the installation of GUI, you will be prompted with the default display manager. Choose GDM3. Okay, so all the heavy lifting has been completed. From here on, it should hardly take a minute or two to set up the system. Just keep copying and executing the commands in the terminal one after the another. Let me just quickly clear the terminal. It's getting too cluttered. Okay, so when you run the last command for the GUI, a file should open up. Comment out the last two lines by adding an hash symbol just at the start of the lines, and then paste the two given lines from the readme. Okay, and then Ctrl X and then Y and then enter to save the file. Now you can start the XRDP by using the command that I have given. You should see a OK prompt on your right. So once you get this prompt, you can open up remote desktop connection app from your PC. In that, the computer name should be localhost 3390 as I have given over here. And now you'll be prompted for the username and password. The username will be the username that you used for setting up Ubuntu. Okay, so there you have it. You have got the XFCE4 desktop environment up and running. Okay, just a pro tip that I would like to share with you guys at this point. Say if you open up your My Computer or this PC, you should have an option that says Linux at the left bottom over here. If you click on the Linux option, you should get the system that you have installed, and then you should be able to access all the files that you have got on your Linux system. I have got the Google Images opened. Let me just right click and save this image. I will save it in the downloads folder. Now open this PC and then access the file via the Windows file browser. Okay. Okay, so here is the file that we just downloaded. Okay, so that is how you can access Windows subsystem for Linux files directly from your Windows Explorer. Okay, so in regards to setting up Windows subsystem for Linux with the GUI, that is pretty much it. So I really hope that you find this video useful and informative. Thanks for watching. Take care and bye-bye.